Yo, what up, ROM Sandboxers? It's your boy Atro here. Got another video for you. Gonna do a quick primer on Mortar deck. It's what I've been using to push up into Legends League. It's a very consistent deck. I know a lot of people said, I can't use it, or it's just not working for me, but I'm gonna try and do a primer. So I'm gonna do 5 replays, 4 wins, 1 loss, because I do want to show losses. Cards that I struggle against, but I want to show 1 win where the guy had much higher level troops than me, 1 where I'm going against big troops, so P.E.K.K.A, mini P.E.K.K.A, 1 where I lost to a baby dragon and a golem. I want to do 1 mirror match, so me playing against another guy playing Mortar, and then I want to do a replay where I switched gears and stopped playing Mortar offensively and started playing it defensively and started playing sort of a rocket-based game. So let's go ahead here and we'll get started. I'm just going to go through each one, kind of comment as we go along, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, can learn something from it. So let's start with the big troop. So this is I played against a guy from in the north called Beast 2. So you can see what he's running here. He was running at the top P.E.K.K.A, mini P.E.K.K.A, and then wizard, pump, barbs, cannon, regular 3 mana, 3 elixir minions, and arrows. And his commons are at level 10. I do have a level 10 minion horde, but everything else is level 9 in terms of commons. So he definitely had higher cards than me. So what I want to highlight here is certain maneuvers that you can use. Let me turn this down a little bit. Certain maneuvers that you can use to be able to pull troops into the center, especially P.E.K.K.A.s and mini P.E.K.K.A.s, that are really beneficial. So I start out by playing a pump here. He plays minions. I decide to zap so that both of my towers will fire on the minions, so that way I don't lose the entire pump. And then I fire a rocket off here. So one thing you can do against pumps, if you have Mortar deck, is play a rocket. So he tries to play P.E.K.K.A and mini P.E.K.K.A and barbs. So I immediately play 1 mana skeletons and then play barbarians and cannon, and then my minion horde to distract him. So he got some damage there, but I effectively killed that push, and now I have a full push with my minion horde. He plays wizards, which was a great counter, but I still got some chip damage. So we're ahead here. He has a wizard on board, but I'm not too worried about it. So I'm waiting and waiting. I decide to throw arrows here. And one thing I wanted to show, wizard is a tough troop, especially when they play it behind a big unit, but it doesn't do that much damage, probably 300 or 400 damage over the life where your tower will take it out. So it's worth sometimes, if let's say you would have to spend 2 cards to kill a push that includes a wizard, and you only use 1 card and take some chip damage, I think that's better because you're going to be elixir positive, at least on the trade. So also think of your towers as a resource. So you have, in this case, I have 2,534 hit point resources. Think of it that way. So here's what I want to, let me illustrate what I did here with the mini P.E.K.K.A. So usually when you set up a push with the Mortar, you set up Mortar so that it's just touching the other tower, the range, and then normally you take a cannon and drop it directly adjacent to the right, and then in front of it, because a lot of people will counter with barbs, or they'll counter with 1 mana skeletons, or they'll counter with prince, or as you see here, they'll counter with P.E.K.K.A, mini P.E.K.K.A. 1 mana skeletons are so good in this deck. I can't run the deck without them. I won't run the deck without them, because they're perfect to distract. They do a little bit of damage. The P.E.K.K.A is doing however much damage it does, say 500 damage a second to 4 units. So it takes 4 hits. So right now, my Mortar has gotten off a shot. I played the cannon off center. It's not optimal for defending the Mortar, but when I see P.E.K.K.A, mini P.E.K.K.A, which is like an 11 elixir push, I know that I have to answer it right now, or I risk really paying dearly. So I played the 1 mana skeletons. You saw that it offset it, and then so I effectively paid, I guess, 10 elixir to counter 11 elixir. Because I played Mortar, cannon, and 1 mana skeleton. No, I paid 4, 3, 8. So I paid 8 to counter 11. So now it gives me the opportunity to pump. So he goes This is a huge mistake by me. He goes barbarians and wizards. I thought they were all going to stay together, but they didn't. So I had to throw arrows. So now I'm elixir negative on that trade. So we're probably about even where we were at. He plays P.E.K.K.A again. So I decided to do. So there's a couple different methods that people, in terms of terminology, called pulling and chain pulling. So I think Orange Juice is a guy who was on YouTube. Props to him. He does a really good series on pulling and chain pulling that you should definitely check out. So look them up. But you want to direct P.E.K.K.A and mini P.E.K.K.A into the center and just distract them as long as possible with efficient trades. So here I played 1 elixir skeletons and I played cannon. I decided I kind of panicked a little bit, but I played mortar to keep them pushing over to the right, and then I played minion horde. So even though the minion horde got countered by arrows, both my towers took no damage. So we're still basically at parity here, but I have rocket on his tower. So I rocket his tower again. We're obviously in double elixir going out to overtime. I played cannon and and arrows on the minions, and then I played 1 elixir skeletons again and then zapped. So I effectively countered that push, and then I'm going to counter this mini P.E.K.K.A push as well. He throws arrows. I think he preemptively thought I was going to put minion horde down. But the other thing is, so now you'll see here this is risky because he has wizard, but you can also place the mortar directly in the center, off center, like by 1 tile or off center to the right, and hit either tower. So just keep that in mind. So all I needed was just 1 shot on the mortar, and I ended up getting 2. So I got 2 shots on the mortar, even though his wizard was right on top of it, and then I was able to rock it and get the win. So that was how you can kind of effectively counter big troops. So let's go back to the main page here, and we'll go on to replay number 2. I'm just going to go ahead and play, just start from the top with Saddam here. So he was a level 10, and he had level 11 common. So that's 2 levels higher than what I have. He has level 6 epic, which is, I can't even compare to. I don't have anything that's level 6 epic. He has a level 3 ice wizard, level 8 hogs. I mean, every single one of his cards trumps ours by like a country mile. So let's watch how I was able to defeat Saddam here. And this is really just being able to outplay your opponent. And like I said, Mortar is a very consistent deck and it's very flexible, so it gives you the option to be able to outplay opponents. And I may have made mistakes here too, and I will gladly point them out. So I decided to set up Mortar Cannon, have Zap backup, which is usually what happens. So I waited 1 second, and then threw arrows because of that. So pause again, because you need to figure out what to counter, and I miss it a lot. So a lot of times I will zap minions, but it's not a great trade. If you have arrows, you always want to arrow minions, because when you have the mortar up as far up as you do, zapping will likely only allow your so when you zap, it won't kill the minions, and then when the minions get to the cannon and the mortar, the only 1 of the 3 or 2 of the 6 minion versus minion horde will get hit by the tower. So then you have minions that are just hitting your structures and taking them out. So really you should throw arrows if possible, but again, arrows are really effective at countering minion hordes. So he plays Ice Wizard and Hog here. I played one Elixir Skeletons to just distract the Hog. He zapped, but he missed. So he missed the zap on the Skeletons, which may have given his Hog 1 more hit. So I decided to reset up here, and I really get burned because he played 3 mana minions, and I just lost everything here. So this is a very bad trade. I did get 2 hits in on the tower, which is something. Every single hit you get on the tower matters, especially because you have rocket. So when you're playing this game and you're pumping up and you're playing, you have the inevitability in this game. So especially in a tournament setting where you have 3 minutes of overtime, you can just fire off rockets and kill someone. So I know that if I can just get a couple chip hits on the towers here, try and protect my pumps, try and protect my towers. He zapped again, which was kind of weird. So I lost a pump there, but it's fine because I had my minion horde, and you can see in his hand he has nothing to counter. So I'm gonna get huge chip damage on this tower. Actually, that did give me that tower. So now I'm just like golden. Now all I have to do is defend. And this deck has so many defensive buildings with cannon, mortar, and pump. And then just cheap counters like 3 mana arrows against minion horde or minions. Any arrows counters any minion at least on par or for a profit. So 3 mana minions get countered with arrows immediately, pretty much no matter what the level. So again, all I have to do is defend here for 1 minute. So as long as I can defend his pushes and play smart, I'll have the win. He plays minions again. I decide to counter over here with Minion Horde. He plays Ice Wizard, which is fine. The Ice Wizard isn't going to do enough damage in a minute to kill my tower. I really need to worry about stuff like Hog. So I play Cannon forward, play a Zap to stop everything, get one more hit in, play arrows to take that entire thing out. And now he has his minions, which is fine. The minions split. I play Minion Horde. 24 seconds is all I have to do. He plays Hog again. So he's playing a very quick deck. So that's why you see basically like the velocity of his deck is very fast. So he can cycle through his cards quickly and get back to Hog. He's basically playing Hog Zap variant. So once again, all I have to do here is just defend for 5 more seconds and we're golden. And you can see there, I outplayed my opponent, who was, in some cases, 2 common levels higher than me. So you really got to just play smart, make effective elixir trades, and you'll come out ahead and be able to pull this off. So let's go to the next replay. Let's go to the loss. You can see I have some losses in here. In particular, I wanted to highlight this one because I wanted to highlight deck cards that this deck is very tough against. Has a tough time. Baby Dragon, this deck has almost an impossible time killing unless you have Minion Horde every time. So you can see he has 2 level 5 epics, level 2 Ice Wizard. His commons are level 10, level 5 epic. So he's definitely higher than me. So if you think about it, yeah, you know, you might get pissed that you lost here, or maybe you made some mistakes, but he's supposed to win. He's better than you with his commons. His commons and card quality should outpace you. So you can see here, starting off, I decide once I get to 10, I'm gonna play Pump. I always like to pump if I have it in my hand and I don't see any catalyst to push back. So he plays Golem forward, which means I immediately have to counter. So I play Mortar, which is bad against a Golem, but it's all I pretty much had. I played Minion Horde here on his Ice Wizard. You don't play it on the Golem because the Ice Wizard will kill it. He played Poison. Luckily, 3 of my minions dodged it. But you can see here that I was able to counter it, but even the Golemites, I don't have a good answer for the Golemites right now, and they're going to get a ton of damage off. Again, I don't really even have a good answer for Baby Dragon here. So I just kind of let it go, and I really regret it. He does almost 1,000 damage to me, maybe even more. So he plays Muskie, which I counter with Cannon, which is fine. That's a profitable trade for me. Now I play Mortar, but I don't have much to... See, he plays Minion Horde. I made a mistake here. I zapped. Now watch, only 1 or 2 of the minions get hit, while my entire tower gets taken out. So even less than the minions would have gotten hit by the tower had there been a cannon there, and he would have gotten profitability on that too. So I'm clearly behind here. I'm down 1,000, and he has Golem and just effective troops. So I decided to rock it because I have no better play, which is really bad. You don't really typically want to do that, but because if I play it and he doesn't play anything, I gain elixir back effectively, I decided to play it. So now what I want to try and do is I want to try and pull his Golem to the right and get as much damage from both towers as possible. So I played Minion again, same thing. He has Poison. He played Poison more forward this time, which really crushed me. But again, I have nothing against these Golemites, so I have to just wait, which is terrible. 10 elixir and I can't do anything here. He plays Musketeers. I have nothing. Play Mortar. I have nothing. His Musketeer just takes my tower out. Now I know I'm screwed because if you go down 1-0 with Mortar and your tower is on the same side, the tower that you lost is on the same side that you're attacking, you're really screwed because they'll just play cards right on top of your defenses. So I really just know that it's over here, but I decided to rock it anyway, see if I could maybe get one more push, but through arrows there. I know his Golem is just inevitability. He plays Musketeer right. Actually, he plays to the right. I thought he played right on top of it, but he plays Ice Wizard, which is annoying. My Mortar is pointed sideways anyway, so I knew I was screwed here. But again, this deck has big problems with Baby Dragon, and really it has problems with Golem too. Because at least P.E.K.K.A. you can distract with 1 mana skeleton, so it's not a big deal. All right. Replay number 4. Let's go with mirror. There's the mirror. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Well, let me think about it while I look at this one where I changed to rocket strategy. Wow. Here we go. It's hard because I could have named these guys, but they're all in foreign languages, so it's hard to see. So, all right. Going against this guy, he had level 4 epic, level 6 bomb tower, which is just a problem for me, but bomb tower is really hard to counter. But you can see how I change strategy as we watch this replay. So sometimes you have to change your basic win condition and just go pump rocket, which is what you'll see me do here. So as we go through, I'm going to play pump because I don't have any reason not to. He's trying to figure out what to play. He plays hog and goblins. I play cannon. Probably should have played it over to the left even more, but I wanted to protect that pump. I play skeletons for his musketeer, which do nothing. So great trade there, guys. I'm just going to let his musketeer hit my pump because I'm still getting some value out of it. And it doesn't take too long for the musketeer to go down. So here we go. Mortar. He plays bomb tower. So I know I'm kind of like in big trouble here. He plays prince. I did get a good trade on this because I got the prince and I got the bomb tower for 5 mana, which is awesome. But I know that he's going to continually play bomb tower against my mortar. So basically what I decided to do was just switch gears. I'm going to play my defensive units or structures defensively and just try and rocket him out of the game. So that means I basically have to have 5 rockets and maybe a spell, 6 rockets for sure. So I play cannon here, play skeletons, and play mortar again. So I'm going against his pumps, but I'm not doing tower damage. So I'm really, really not profiting at all here. He froze, which was bad. He shouldn't have done that. But I know he wanted to try and stop it. So goblins come in, minions chase goblins, minions come over and get a couple hits on the pump. So I basically saved like half a rocket so far. So I play cannon forward with 1 mana. Even less optimal play. I'm still trying to get mortar, but he's playing hog and bomb tower, so we know that we're not going to be able to do it. So I just decided to start playing pumps like all day. I'm playing pump again, waiting to build up, and I'm just going to straight rocket him. Mortar would take forever and it would never make it there. So I know I have a minute 46. I should be able to get a bunch of rockets off by now. 10 elixir, play a cannon. Just going to start spamming defenses here. Now if I can, I'm going to drop 1 mana skeletons in the back to distract that prince. And then I zap, which is I was able to get rid of the prince. Hog comes in. Minion horde to take care of those guys. Musketeer, he tries to freeze. So I fire another rocket. I'm going to get the value of the musketeer, which is awesome. And now I know he's at 12, so I need 3 rockets. So I just have to go through and spam. Start playing defensive structures. Keep making profitable trades. Surround his prince with skeletons. And now rocket again. 2 to go. 40 seconds, plenty of time to cycle through this deck. The rest of the deck's pretty jammed, so we know we can cycle through. I think he just got rattled here because he missed the arrows there. 3rd pump, rocket again, 26 seconds, we're good. All I gotta do is get the rocket, baby. All I gotta do is get the rocket. Okay. 1 mana skeletons. I'm gonna drop minions on top of them. Well, I thought I was. Now I just have rocket again. We'll go game over, bro. So again, that's just, sometimes the mortar is just not going to get there. If they play pumps forward to block mortar, you might have to get creative. If they play bomb tower, you're not going to be able to do anything. So in that case, you need to just change up your strategy, and this deck does have a second win condition of just rocketing them out of the game. Okay, so I wanted to show a mirror match, and I've got to find it. I don't think that was it. It's possible. I can never, it's really hard to tell because I can't read simplified Chinese. That might be the only Mortar guy I faced recently. Yeah, I think that must be him. Okay, here we go. Mortar, where are we at? Alright, so this is how we play against a similar deck. And this will be the last one. We'll wrap it up. Always gotta throw him with the good luck, man. Don't BM. Alright, hand is bad. So I decided to play Cannon to go against his Mortar. Which, jeez, he got me on. We did end up trading, so that was a good trade because he didn't get any damage on my tower. But now I know to look out for Mortar, and I'm down a Mortar level. His Mortar level's 10, mine's 9. So I'm decided to play Pump here. I really wanted to rocket his Pump first, but I decided to rocket now. He fireballed it, so I decided to rocket. And we're both at the same elixir. Because I know that if he gets pumpy, we're gonna be in trouble. So he plays Mortar defensive. Interesting. Not sure why he wanted to kill my pump. Okay, that's fine. So I play my normal setup of Mortar, Cannon, 1 mana skip. Well, I zapped, I think. Yeah, I zapped. Probably didn't need to do, but it's fine. There goes the Mortar, but he played Pump again. I really wanted to rocket that Pump right then, but gotta be patient. If he gets 1 mana off it, it's fine, but he fireballed again, which was interesting. Maybe he just wanted to take some damage off. I decided it wasn't worth it. Hey, Clash, nice. I'm able to get Cannon down quickly here. And I'm just trying to stop the bleeding here because I don't want his Mortar to get any shots on my tower. That Pump's going down clearly. The arrows was very nice. I was able to spread a very wide area there and save some damage. He's at 1500 and I'm ahead. So I know that in double elixir, I'm going to be able to really focus on setting up properly. So he plays Mortar, which is tank. This is why you want to play forward, especially in the mirror match. You gotta play forward pumps. I don't know why you did that, but I decided to play the Mortar there, which is going to touch the tower. And you're going to see I'm going to get a couple shots off here, so it's fine. I decided to zap because that might get me one more shot, which it doesn't, but it's fine. Now I'm at 547. All I got to do is rocket him out and hit him with the arrows. So 13 seconds, I play Minion Horde, zap everything to make sure we're good, fire a rocket on top of an arrows, and we're golden. Boom, boom. Sudden death, win at the buzzer, baby. So I hope that was a good primer for Mortar. Again, so we saw how we could beat somebody with better cards than us by outplaying them, making profitable trades. We saw how we can defeat big troops like P.E.K.K.A, Mini P.E.K.K.A, by doing pulls and chain pulls. We saw how we switched gears and changed to rocket when we had to against bomb towers and other pumps. We saw how to defeat the mirror, and then we saw what decks we struggle with. So understand that baby dragons are going to have to be handled very carefully. You're going to have to save minion hordes for baby dragons, and then some golems are tough. Not many people are playing with golems, so I wouldn't build a deck to beat baby dragon and golem because not many people play it. So keep that in mind too when you're thinking about the metagame of what people in your arena are playing. As you can see here, we're at 3155. Our highest is 3172, so we're basically one match away from our highest. and that's been with Mortar deck. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know. Maybe in this chest, maybe there's a chance I get something awesome. Zaps, actually I need zaps. Let me know what you think, and like it, subscribe it. Leave me comments. I want honest feedback again about the setup, if the music's too loud, if the mic's too loud. So really appreciate the feedback, and we'll see each other in the next video. Take care, guys.